The beginning of the Gospel of John chapter 6 we heard today. It started with a beautiful, interesting experience for everyone who gathered there. And there are St. John gave a lot of details in this passage we see. Now Jesus understood many people are coming, and he knew already what he had to do. However, Jesus asked to his disciples, "What are we going to do? We are lost. Many people are coming. How are we going to feed?" Jesus wants to know the answer. How are they going to respond? Do they really, truly understand who is present in their midst? They started answering. Philip said, "How are we going to do this? We have only 200 denarii. Another person said, "No, only 5 fish, 5 loaves. It's very, very little." It said, "There's a boy here who 5 barley loaves and 2 fish." There is an old saying, if you want to make God laugh, tell him all your plans to him. And that's what exactly they did. They said their plans. But Jesus already knew what he was going to do. So Jesus is asking this question to us also. What do you have? What you are bringing? Every time when we come for the Mass, we need to bring something. Our littleness, our smallness, our fragile, sometimes messiness of our life, failures, not only failures, our success, talents, gifts, everything God has given to us. And we have to surrender to the Lord without any reserve. And Jesus is always asking this question whenever he wants to do something in our life. He always respects us. He is always coming and waiting in front of the door and knocking. If we are ready to open, he will come inside. And very often we are not ready to present this little thing we have. Just compare, look at 5,000 people. For 5,000, around 5,000 people, that's the scripture says, for 5 loaves and 2 fishes, insignificant, tiny. But they had that little faith. Yeah, we had little bit. We have. Jesus said, "Bring it." And Jesus was not just like showing his power. Hey, 5 fish, 5 loaves and 2 fish. Just, who wants this? But Jesus cared. Jesus took it and Jesus blessed it and multiplied it. Even in our life also, God is always ready to multiply everything we have. Not only God is ready to multiply we have, even the service we do for others, it multiplies. If we have faith, if we have Jesus in our life, that is very important. And now, moving forward, we see that at the end, they all had, Jesus fed them well. At the end, we see Jesus told them, collect all the little pieces and Keep it. And we need to use it. And this is the way Lord works in our life also. He counts everything we have. Sometimes we might be doing very little things. Sometimes we may think, what am I doing? I'm not doing anything. But like Mother Teresa said, what I'm doing is like a drop of water in the ocean. But that ocean will be less if that drop is not there. It is precious. And at the end of the gospel, you see, it always happens. They started making him, trying to make him as a king, political leader, a liberator. But Jesus was not a political leader or a liberator, just in a human way, the way they thought. But the moment Jesus understood, he silently moved to the mountain and he prayed. And continue, if you read the gospel, you will come to know that Jesus was leading them to the real spiritual food. Perhaps during this Mass, we can pray, we can examine ourselves. In my life, what are these 5 loaves and 2 fishes in my life? What do I have to present to the Lord? Am I ready to present that? Sometimes, even if we have only 5 or 2, sometimes we say, okay, I have 5 and 2, I'm ready to give only 1. Give, surrender everything to Jesus. More we give, more we receive. Perhaps during this Mass we can pray for that grace so that God will bless us abundantly, materially, spiritually, in all aspects of our life. And that's the way we glorify the Lord with our life.